Okay, so I dug up the third rose bed circle, and what I have in here is the first and the third one. I have Fun Jwan Lee. Let's go look at that tag just to be sure. Low, sorry, Fun Jwan Low. And then the one in the middle is the Davis Store Rose. And they're all climbers, so they're going to get the tutors. And I would love to plant roses around here right now, but I actually prematurely put these Fun Jwan Lows in here because they're band pots and they've been kind of in the shade, and so now I'm getting a little nervous that maybe I put them out here too prematurely, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on them. So the next thing is I am going to, I have a whole bunch of seeds and I'm going to be putting them down now because this is a great time to plant seeds. All right, so the first thing I did was I made sure that I put pine bark mulch around the rose bushes that are here. And then the flower seeds are going to go all around it, and I'll cover that with pine needles. So I'm going to sort these out. And these I've already sorted out by, well, this is 1/16 of an inch, but all these are really surface sow. And then this middle pile is 1/8 of an inch. And the one on the right is 1/4 of an inch. So I have to keep that in mind when I plant these. And so let's take a look at the ones that are surface sow. And what I did was I made sure that these are all between 50 and 65-degree temperatures. So these are my cooler season flowers, which seems counterintuitive because it's hotter than it will be in December. But the ones I'm planting in December are going to be preparing for the hotter spring come March. So, and yeah, so these will be better, like more fully grown during the cooler seasons of January and February. So I have violas and yarrows, impatiens, snapdragons, and phlox. And then what I would do is sort it by the height, so I know where to put them when I plant them. And let's take a look at the ones that are 1/8 of an inch, so just a little bit deeper. Love in the Mist, which I have just sewed those onto the ground directly, and they were fine. Phlox. It's funny, I had a phlox here too, yeah. Phlox, and then the Love in the Mist. And the ones that need to be just a little bit more covered are poppies, bachelor buttons. This one I'm not, first of all, it's orange, and second of all, I think it's a little bit hotter, so 65 to 70, so I might keep those out. And then more bachelor buttons. So these, I don't have that many that have to be deep. So now the next thing is to sort these by height. The next packet I'm sewing is a yarrow Colorado mix, and these are about 30 inches tall. And if you see in there, they're really, really tiny. Let me get them in my hand. This is the whole packet, and there are 100 seeds, so I need to put 33 in each of these. So I'm just going to do like 3 spots. I'll just pinch of salt and put them in like a triangle pattern around here. The next one I'm putting in is the Love in the Mist, and I know those are probably about 18 inches, 12 to 18 inches, so I'll put those in the center of the planting area, or the next, I should say, center between, so like to me that would be the center, but this is the center of where I'm planting, and this is the edge, so I'm going to plant it in, you know, if it was 3 rings, then it would be in the middle ring. This is the size of the Love in the Mist. Live in a mist. And they're a little bit bigger. Actually, they are bigger. That's why they say to cover them just a teeny little bit. But I'm just going to cover them with pine needles. Well, these poppies are going to be about 3.5 feet tall too, so I'm going to have to plant them right in the middle might just put them in a different area because I'm getting to the lower spots, and actually phlox are different sizes. So this one's dwarf, so I'm going to assume that one can go right up at the edge. And the violas are going to be shorter. And the impatiens, they can get big, but I don't know in Florida. They grew less than a foot though, maybe 10 inches. So that's the next plan. These are the seeds of the purple peony, and they're very tiny. So let me plant these. I had a lot of those, so I actually went to different beds with the pine bark mulch and put them there. So we'll see how that goes. So these are the next ones. I'm planting the pink pom-poms. So some of the phlox was 2.5 to 3 feet tall. So any of these bare areas here that you see, I filled with the poppies and the phlox. And so now I'm going to take the violas and the dwarf phlox and plant them around the perimeters here in little groups. The violas had hardly any seeds in them. And I think one of the things that I've been told to do that I didn't do is to put sand in your hand with the seeds and mix them up so that when you put them down, you sow them, you know exactly where they are, so that when you come in with the next batch of flowers, you don't plant on top of them. Well, that didn't happen for me, so they're just going wherever they go. This here is the bachelor's buttons, and I've planted those before. I didn't have a lot of success with them, but I'm going to try again, and these seeds look more different than any of the others. This is the area of my yard where Pete the pot man resides, and as you can see, it's full of pine needles, and so I am going to go around and pick up pine needles. And you can see that's a tree from the neighbor's yard, believe it or not, but right over there is a big luscious orange field of pine needles, so that's where we're going. It's a tad messy, but if you could see up there we have a bunch of pine trees, and so they gift me natural mulch. Basically, I'm just going to try to take the top layer. This is in too much. Let's zoom out. And you can see I'm just going to take this and dump it in the wheelbarrow. And I could just try to grab some of these. There's a lot of vines in here, and I think that's a big problem. So I have to really skim the surface. That's not a good example at all. Move, Maui. Hopefully no snakes in here. Maui's happy. But this might take a little longer than I thought, because, here we go. Just gonna grab the top layer. Yeah, these grapevines and Virginia creepers. Really, here's a good area here with less. This tree, you could see, was losing its branches before it fell down. But here, I'm just going to grab some of these, and they poke my legs, so I probably should have long pants on. But anyway, I'm going to keep doing this until I fill up probably 2 wheelbarrows per thing, so 6 wheelbarrows full. And I'm going to keep it light and airy. I'm not going to pat it down or anything. But see, that didn't take long, and I'm halfway through. I hear those vultures out. It seems like something's dead in the woods that they're eating, and I'm really hoping it's not one of my cats. So if you look here, you can see how easy it is here when there aren't any vines to just pull up a whole pitchfork full and stick it in the barrel. If I just skim the surface, this is a beautiful thing. Just getting through here. Back up a little. Here we go. I don't want to get any pine cones in though, because, I don't want them to sprout in the middle of my rose garden. But here we go. We'll see how I'm getting this in right. All right, here we go. Anyway, it's that easy, and I have tons and tons of fallen pine needles everywhere, so I don't think this project's going to take too long. Look at this. It's just growing in the middle of the woods here. It looks like my Tillandsia xerographica. I'm going to have to lens it to see what it is for sure. Amazing. Well, I totally did not estimate well. I think, I don't know, by the looks of it, I might need just 1 or 2 wheelbarrows, but we'll see. Yeah, those buzzards are eating something. But I pretty much just do this and just shake this down, and I probably am even overfilling it this way. And I'll just shake it around. I definitely need to get rid of any kind of greenery here. I don't want that growing in my garden. And so that's how it looks so far. And I just need to finish where Maui is, because you know Maui's always where I need to be. Maui, move. Go. Go, Maui, go. So I filled up 1.5, a little bit more. And I just have 1 more to go. Here's a really peaceful area of the property, and those buzzards seem to have stopped, so that's dropped a lot of needles, but I'm not going to get them there. I'm going to get them, I'll turn around, but I'll shut the camera off for a sec. So this is the other side of where I just was. You can see the white back there in the background on the other side of the fallen tree. That's where I was, but this seems to be a lot nicer and easier to do. I have a lot of little saplings, but this thing kills me. I don't know what it is, but it seems very invasive. It's something like a cherry laurel or like a choke laurel or something. I don't know. I can't figure it out. See, there's one right there, and they're bad. I don't like them. That, and I have some sort of holly that keeps growing everywhere too. But anyway, I'm going to start cleaning this stuff up. Pick it up. I just need 1 more wheelbarrow. This area is so much easier. Just see, I could just grab it like that and stick it in the wheelbarrow. Look, 1 hand. That one's pine cone. Very peaceful. Especially now that the buzzards calm down. As long as I avoid these vines, I'm good. All right, I'll put the camera down, just grab a couple more scoops and get ready to finish this project. Okay, call this project done for now until I get the tutors in and have to water and just take care of them.